Well, Venti here is just like my sex life. It just came and gone. No, he was here earlier. He just left. He's been here all day. He was sitting up here and then he lay down in the bushes over there. I mean, I don't, you know, blame him because, since it rained last night, those leaves are all nice and wet, cool. So he was just laying over there. But I mean, there's obviously something wrong with his legs or his paws. Like, I'm trying to think of what he would be yowling about. Like, when he gets up, he yowls. When he lays down, he yowls. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm like, maybe he got hit by a car. Well, if he got hit by a car, he would be doing more than just yowling. He's not limping. He's not any of that. So I'm like, okay, maybe he got into a fight. Well, it's been like this for a week and a half. The last time he was flat out fucking limping, and it only took him a couple days to heal up. So I'm thinking maybe it's a sprained wrist or ankle or something like that. I thought maybe a snake bit him, because like I've said in a video a while ago that I saw a snake down that way when I was coming home from Dollar General. But if he was bit by a snake, he'd probably be dead by now. Especially depending on what kind of snake it was, he'd most likely be dead at this point. Oh, yeah. You can see it's swinging. Hold on, gotta let Sam out. Alright. He's such a jerk. It's like, I open the door for him, and then he just meows. And then he gets all mean about it. I'm like, dude, just fucking leave then. You wanted to leave, the door is open, just jump down. But anyways, yeah, Venti, I don't know what's wrong. I can't tell which foot he's not leaning on because you pick him up and he's like, ah, and then he just like, but then he walks away. So it's like, apparently it's not that bad, or because he's not walking just a little bit. No, he's walking all the way across the street. I mean, you saw from where I sit, where I record, that's a good 30, 40 feet. So, I mean, apparently it's not that bad, but yet he's still just wanting to lounge around. I tried contacting the woman who was supposed to help me with him getting fixed earlier today. She didn't get fucking back to me. The Stanley County Humane Society isn't open, but on like Saturdays, apparently. I would love to take him to a normal vet, but I can't afford it. I could get there easily. My landlady said that if I ever needed help, or her sister rather, because she's the one who helps me get home from work. Like tomorrow, she said she'll be like, yeah. She's like, I got a funeral like this time, but yeah, I can pick you up around 1 o'clock or so. I'm like, that's fine. That gives me pretty much plenty of time to do what I need to do. I may not even be there till 1. But I said, I'll just call. I'm like, I'll call you when I'm done, so that way we kind of, know what's going on. Surely that'd be perfect. But if I had to take a day off, because I know she works at the I think she said the museum on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But so if I had to take off Monday or Wednesday or hell, fucking Friday, because I never seem to work Fridays except for tomorrow, because there's probably going to be a lot down there because of tubes. But if I said, oh, hey, I need to get to the vet, she'd be like, oh, yeah, no problem. But I don't have money. I don't have fucking money. If anyone would like to be nice enough so we can start building a Venti medical fund, that would be great, because I really want to get him checked out and fixed, because, he needs to be inside, but I can't bring him inside right now because he'd spray all over the place. So we need to get him, looked at. We need to get him fixed. And if the woman's not going to help, she said it was 3 fucking weeks ago. She's like, oh yeah, I'll text you. I'll let you. We have to reschedule. And I said, just text me when you know. It's been 3 weeks. It didn't take her nearly the long last time. It was like a week or so, or a couple of days. She's like, "Oh yeah, he'll be fixed here this time." So, I mean, I can probably try Saturday with the Humane Society, but I know they said they're not accepting cats because obviously they take in and foster. But if I say, "Hey, yeah, I mean, I have a cat. It's my cat. He's just outside. I just don't have money to take him to a vet right now to see what's wrong." They should be able to help. I mean, they're like really right down, not really down the street, but down the road. Just keep going down the road and they're right there. It's like 10 minutes. Um, so they should easily be able to come over and pick them up. But then again, there's the whole him only coming here like every 2 days now, because it really is like 2 days. Last time I saw him was 2 days ago. Time before that, another 2 days ago. So I probably won't see him again till Sunday. Um, but yeah, I really want to set up some kind of fucking Venti fund or something, because everyone loves Venti, and I really don't want to see anything happen to him. You know, he doesn't belong to anyone. I found out he doesn't belong to anyone. So it's not like he's going to have anyone to help him. So, I mean, you have other people who put food out, but it's not like it's just for him. Me, I'm specifically trying to take care of him. So if we can get some kind of Venti fund going, you know, just at least to get him to the doctor to see what's wrong. You know, the bill usually for a cat is only like $75 to $100, but I don't even have that right now. That's what sucks, you know? And then the next step would be getting him fixed, because he needs to be inside. I'm tired of worrying about him. I'm tired of worrying about if he's alive or not. You know, I'm tired of worrying about if the fucking animals outside, like the raccoons and possums, are fucking beating the shit out of him. You know, he needs to be inside with me. So, yeah, if anyone wants to help with that, that would be great, because I would love to bring him to an actual vet. Or not, when I say actual vet, I mean, instead of relying on the, Humane Society and they bring him to the vet, I want to be able to just put him in the kennel and take him over to the vet myself. And then once he's inside, I'm gonna get him a collar and all that. Get a nice little name tag that says Venti. He's so cute. But I'm tired of worrying about it. I've kind of picked up on the pattern. Like I said, every 2 days he seems to come around now. But when he is here, he just lies around. He doesn't really want to sit with you anymore. He doesn't want to really do anything with you anymore. He just lays there. And when he gets up, he's like, but then when he walks, he's not really limping. I'm trying to see what foot he's not really putting pressure on. And I'm thinking, the other ones aren't likely. Maybe he has something stuck in his foot. Maybe he stepped on a freaking, stick or something. He got a splinter and it's just like right into his paw. I mean, like I said, I don't think he was hit by a car, because it'd be a lot more damage than just, he's not limping. He would be limping if he was hit by a fucking car. Snake bite, like I said, I depending on what kind of snake, he'd probably be dead at this point, but he's obviously fine, health-wise. Getting into a fight, he was flat out limping the last time, and it only took him a couple days to stop that. So I really can't think of anything else that would possibly be wrong. That's why I want to get him to a vet. So I know you guys all care about Venti. So if it's possible, just let's start instead of on Patreon, you guys can send it to PayPal. Like I said, I know that the bill alone is going to be, 75 to 100, maybe a little more. But, I'm doing what I can to help him out. So hopefully nothing bad happens to Meowsy, because if that's the case, she's going to fucking flat out die, because there's no way of capturing her. She runs around, she's fucking skittish, and I hope nothing happens to her. But she's been getting better. I was sitting out there earlier. I kind of, over here. I'm like, right here, and she went over to where I pointed. So she's getting better. Next time she's out there, I'll record it because, like I said the last time, she'll wait. Even if there's food out there, she'll sit on the mat out there in front of the door, and she'll just wait. And then I'll open the door, and she looks up. I accidentally hit her with the door because I was opening it. She didn't move, but then she backed up, and she kind of came up and kind of head butted me when I was coming out. So, like I said, I don't think I'm ever gonna get to the point where I can pet her. Maybe I will. The fact that I'm able to somewhat pet her when she eats, she clearly isn't that afraid. Which is weird because when she sees it coming, she's afraid of it. But then when, she's eating and she doesn't expect anything, you can just, and then she just like, so it's weird with her. But she's been getting more comfortable. Then I had to get her out of the middle of the street. She was fucking sitting in the middle of the street licking her stuff. I'm like, Meowsy, go. So I started walking over there, and so she ran back to the other side. I'm like, Meowsy, I thought you were smarter than this. And then I'm like, wait a minute. No, she's not. She climbed on roofs. She'll climb up trees, get on rooftops. No, she's not smarter than this. Same thing with Venti. I thought he was smarter, but then I go outside and he's like rolling on his back in the middle of the street. I'm Venti, go, go. But anyone who has cats or an animal knows that being a pet parent is a full-time job. It's just like a child. Something always goes wrong. You gotta feed them and take care of them just like a child. That's why I can't stand people who like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a cat or a dog or this or that, and then they just like they ignore them or they give them up. It's like, well, I didn't realize how hard it would be. What, you thought it was gonna be a cakewalk? I mean, yeah, for the most part, they do take care of themselves. For cats, you have a litter box. They go in a litter box, but you gotta clean it. Yeah, you can have they feed themselves for the most part if you have food out. But then, just like humans, they'll overindulge, and then suddenly they're all the time. So that's when you say, okay, I need to set up a schedule. Dogs, you need to take them for walks. Unless you have a backyard where they can go, but then you got to clean up after them still because you can't have a backyard full of shit. So it's not easy. And then people take these animals in thinking it's a cakewalk, and they realize it's work. Especially when they get sick. And yeah. So I know how hard it is. But I know you all love Venti. That's why I'm hopefully we can get something together because he needs to go to the vet. He needs to get seen. He needs to get fixed. I mean, it's the longer he stays outside, the more chance he has of getting fucking run over by a car. And I don't think any of us want that. So he needs to go to the vet. He needs to be fixed. If I had to take a day off work to get him over there, then again, I probably wouldn't have to. It's like a drop off of 7 o'clock or something, and then you usually pick him up 3 or 4. So I'd be done by at work. I would just have to have my landlady come get me, or her sister, rather. So I wouldn't have to take a day off. And the good thing is all the places are pretty much in town and they're nearby, and so it wouldn't be that hard. But just paying for it. Anyways, thought I'd update you guys. I thought I'd update to you guys. But yeah, I thought I'd update you guys with Venti and still doing the same thing. So, but yeah, let's see if we can get some kind of Venti medical fund or some shit together because he needs to be inside with me. It's really the only place right now he can be safe. Because if he is getting bit by fucking snakes, or he is getting the shit knocked out of him by fucking raccoons or skunks or possum, or if he is getting hit by cars to the point where he doesn't want to walk, he needs to be inside, you know? So, but yeah. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.